UFOs and cover-ups are something that we have been discussing on this channel for a very, very long time, but people are finally starting to ask the right questions, pointing the diversion away from the government, who we of course know are trying to cover things up. But what about the super elites? I'm thinking the likes of Elon Musk, for example, with his SpaceX program. Now, Elon Musk, before his SpaceX program, was very pro-aliens. He was saying things like asking the right questions, even going as far as to state that the pyramids were built by aliens, to the point where Egypt, or the people of Egypt and the president, invited him over to actually take a look at the Great Pyramids of Giza to prove that there is a bit more history behind it than possible aliens. But since SpaceX, it is believed that Elon has been sworn into the program. The program obviously being a hush-hush thing about UFOs and aliens, but the government will share all of their intel, Elon will share all of his intel, but we don't really talk about it. It's one of those things. But the panel over on Suspicious and Strange, the TV show, asked the right questions. Is Elon Musk a part of the alien cover-up? We're going to take a look at the clip today, and we're going to see what these guys have to say, because obviously they're far more informed on this kind of topic than me.
So there was a weird sighting from a SpaceX capsule. And look, I don't want to get all UFO-y on you. Please do, please do. But what is this?
I love this video.
Now,
I have shared this clip before on the channel. It's one that's boggled my mind for as long as it's been there, because obviously people will say, oh, it's just debris from the capsules falling off or whatever, or it's part of a deployment or something like this. Nah, I'm not buying it.
in slow motion, this is it.
That's got its own little thing going on.
It's this weird little thing.
It's something. Somebody say it's a bug.
Yeah, it's not a bug. It's not a bug. So here's the thing. Elon Musk has tried to debunk all of the UFO theories about this and other things. This, by the way, was just in June.
So, you know, obviously Elon Musk has come out and said that if anyone would know about aliens, he would like to think it was him. Obviously, he plans to colonize Mars, part of his project. And he's, you know, been very, forthcoming with those allegations and been like, yeah, if anyone knows anything, it'll be me, and I don't know anything, so no one else must know anything. Yeah, not buying it, Elon.
This is Elon in the past basically blowing up any UFO conspiracy theory.
If anyone would know about aliens on Earth, it would probably be me. I've seen no evidence of aliens.
This dude loves conspiracy theories, so if he's denying it, that gives me pause, meaning, like, is he hiding it like potentially these presidents? Like,
is he the conspiracy? Is he the conspiracy theory?
Obama.
He loves money, so is he getting paid to not tell the truth?
Yes, he is. That is part of the program. You are sworn into it. Obviously, he's got government contracts. It was obviously very recently spoken about where the astronauts that are stranded in space, I spoke about it over on my other YouTube channel, Simply Strange, if you want to go and subscribe to that channel. But they obviously there's been astronauts that have been stuck in space because Boeing created a capsule, but SpaceX are also part of that, and they have huge government contracts that go up into space. They know something.
I think it's simpler than that. I think Elon is a bit of a know-it-all blowhard, and I don't think he knows as much as he thinks he knows.
I was going to say that. Just because Elon says it doesn't make it so.
Who does Elon work with?
The government. The government.
That's the misconception everybody's forgetting. People think of Elon Musk as this private, wealthy citizen. He is running a space program within the framework and regulation of the US government. So if there's anybody who needs to be briefed and is motivated to keep a secret, it's somebody who wants to continue their program running.
And they want to keep that massive cash cow flowing from the government, because I can guarantee it is a actually, the facts don't lie. It is a multi-billion-dollar contract. The reason he is so wealthy is because he got these lucrative contracts through the government.
I was about to say the same thing, but you know, to his point when he said, you know, Elon is kind of like a know-it-all, I feel like because he doesn't have enough information, he's not gonna talk crazy about it.
Ooh,
However,
almost like a double bluff.
I do believe that if he is working with government agencies, he has to know something. And if
Yeah.
multiple presidents have come out on late night talk shows and they've been like either maybe or they said, I'm not going to say it all.
President Clinton told me that if he had seen evidence, he would tell everyone that he'd seen it. Do you feel the same way?
No.
No, you wouldn't. You don't think we can handle it?
I mean, obviously there's Obama as well, who came out after his presidential reign and stated that he's seen things that he just cannot understand, he cannot explain, and he just can't fathom. And he said that he's seen these things firsthand. So, I mean, Obama for the win, baby.
No, I'm afraid it might spin you into orbit.
Okay, all right.
If we were visited someday, I wouldn't be surprised. I just hope that it's not like Independence Day.
I feel like if the presidents have been briefed, Elon has been briefed too, and he knows something.
I'm not sure our government is going to trust him.
They are trusting him.
They're giving him permission to run his program, of course.
Also, the presidents, there was an article made that actually the presidents aren't as informed as we think. You think of the US president, right? He's like the top of the chain. So all the information flows to him. He knows everything. Or she, if there's ever a female president. You know, it all flows to the top of the chain. But in fact, that might not be the case. Some things might even be kept secret from the president, to the point where they might not even be aware of some of the things going on within their own government that is actually going on, especially around the DOD, or is it DOD. So it's pretty wild.
I trust him.
He's overtaken NASA.
I personally know that he is interested in the subject. I can't say how I know that, but he has that division that runs these government contracts, right? And if you look at the UAP task force, I believe it was called at the time, the DOD's, investigation into this, they said some of these are picked up by multiple sensors, not just the F-18s that were chasing them.
That's not our LNS though, is it? It's not. That is the LNS, dude. Well, if there's look at that thing.
We're talking about satellite images, right? Satellites have picked these things up. So if he owns all these other satellites and images, don't you think possibly he's come across the same thing? Right?
Of course he has.
He's been encouraged not to talk about it?
Of course he has.
There's nobody in the world who is allowed to shoot things off into space who does not have their government sniffing up in everything that they're doing, and they're going to keep control on it.
And by the way, maybe they are not telling him what they know. They're just telling him, don't say there are aliens, say they're not.
Yeah, this is not about Elon Musk. I mean, we're all acting like this is like the moon landing and everybody's lying, but there are hundreds, if not thousands of people who would also have to be lying about it. And I've been friends with them, and I'm telling you, they're not good liars. These are not people that can know that stuff. And they have access to the data. So if Elon knows, there's at least 500 people below him who also know.
Wow.
As the largest launch provider in the world, I think, definitely in America, he is going to know about things because other companies hire him to send their own stuff into space. But the amount of space debris and junk in space, and that wasn't even in space, that was actually below it. That was below the Kármán line.
This particular video, you take case by case. That one, if you look right before, there was some debris zipping by. It's hard to tell if that was stationary because the declination, watch the camera go down.
There is no such thing as stationary in space.
No, relatively. Look, the declination of the camera going down, if that is relative to that staying stationary, it could like it's going up.
Yeah, it is going down.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know what that particular one is, but you can imagine that all the people that work for him capturing these things are going to bring it to his attention. I believe he's seen other stuff.
Minutes before you see this, the booster separated from Starship itself. So I think it's just debris from the separation. There's only 4 times they've been able to do this, and most of them have been failures, quote unquote, for landing. And they actually stuck this launch when they brought it back into Earth. Literally just minutes before the booster separated. I think it's just small little parts flying off, which is normal.
Interesting.
He knows more than the average bear.
Yeah, I also think he likes to be a contrarian.
But if he's a contrarian, he's going to say they're aliens. That's what he's going to do if he's a contrarian. And he is a contrarian, so it's weird that he dismissed.
This is true. This is true. Obviously, Elon Musk is just very well known for going against the grain, you know, saying the right things to get himself blown into the public limelight. It's far more beneficial for him publicly to say that he knows about aliens than to say that he doesn't, because obviously if he says that there's no such thing as aliens, then people will just be like, alright, next. If he says, yes, I've seen aliens and I speak to them on the daily, people are going to stop and pay attention for a moment, and that stuff's going to get shared, it's going to go viral. And obviously for someone like Elon Musk who's trying to build this conglomeracy like he's got, they depend on that stuff these days because social media is the king of that. So it's a good point.
Misses it this way because it doesn't seem to be his personality.
For some reason, a lot of the same people who think there are aliens among us don't think we went to the moon. Which I'm like, think about that for a second.
It's a fantastic question. What do you guys think though? Has Elon Musk been sworn into the program? Who else do you think might have been sworn into the program? Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. While you're down there, be sure to jump to get the hell out of that like button if you have not. If you have gone on to enjoy, and subscribe and tick on my little bell so you get notified whenever we upload to the channel. Until next time, guys, I hope that you've enjoyed, and I'll speak to you later. Peace.